Hey Creekside, I'm Noah Lippy.
And I'm Justin Martinez.
And this is your Night Sports Report.
The Knights boys basketball team came out ready to play last Friday night against our rival, the Ponte Vedra Sharks. The boys routed the Sharks by a score of 59-29 to improve their record to 14-2 on the season. The boys love the support the Crazies were showing last Friday against Ponte Vedra. We want to carry over the positive energy and good vibes going into this week's home game against our other rival, the Bartram Trail Bears.
Because the Bartram Gym is under construction, we get to play Bartram at home again on Friday. Everyone clear up your plans tonight and show up at the Castle at 7 o'clock for our home game against Bartram Trail.
The boys wrestling team defeated Matanzas last week by a score of 36-35 to advance to the Elite 8 of the FHSAA State Dual Wrestling Meet Finals. The meet is next Friday at Osceola against Lincoln High School. Good luck, boys.
The team's definitely been through a lot this year, from people getting injured to just all kinds of stuff, like chemistry issues throughout the team. So to be able to do something like we've done qualifying for the first year of the dual states, it's really cool to be a part of something like that, especially with all the adversity we faced. You know, we've all been working hard lately, so just to see it all pay off, to have a chance to compete at the state level with some of the best teams in the state is a really cool thing.
If we beat Lincoln on Friday, we get to go to the Final Four for states for the dual team series.
I want to shout out my boy Brandon Dickman on his 175th win in Creekside history, surpassing all other wrestlers. Congrats, Brandon. You're the man.
My name is Brandon Dickman, and the sport I play is, well, I wrestle. And the school I wrestle for is Creekside High School. When I was in the 4th grade, I was playing football for my Pop Warner team. My Pop Warner coach was a big wrestler, and his son wrestled and everything. And he's like, hey, Brandon would be a really good wrestler. He told my dad that. And I decided, hey, why not try it out? And it got me hooked right when my first match, and I won my first match. It was against my teammate, but it felt pretty good. And I made it to states my very first year ever wrestling as a 4th grader, because I wrestled in Wisconsin. We had states, and it was really cool. I have I believe have a great amount of success in wrestling. I've had, for 4 years, I've been named All-County Wrestler for wrestling. I've been the St. Augustine Press for wrestling. I've been a 2-time state placer. I was the first ever in Creekside history to be a district champion in a state qualifier as a freshman. I've had broken a few records at our school, and I'm proud of that too. What's keeping me focused is I don't want no guy beating me on that mat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not like losing, and I'm gonna beat that guy's butt no matter what. Like, he's gonna pay a price if he's gonna wrestle me, because I do not like to lose, and he's gonna have to pay if he wants to try to beat me. It's kind of hard to say what people think about your character, because it's what they tell other people, like, this kid's a good kid and this kid's like either a bad kid or a good kid. So I can't really tell what my teammates, but they respect me, I believe, as their captain and as an athlete for them, and hopefully as a role model, because I always want to be a role model to my wrestling team. I have a lot of teachers come up to me and like they say to me like, you're a good student, you represent the school really good, and I appreciate that. Like, our athletic director says you're a good representative of the school and you're always a polite kid and stuff. So I think I'm a pretty good kid, but it's up to other people what their opinion is, but I can't judge what they think, and I know for a fact I've been raised the right way by my mother. Servant leadership. That's probably the big thing I want to show them, is servant leadership, because being a servant and a leader is like, you don't see much often. Like, you gotta clean a mat, you can't make someone else do it, and like, if they see you stepping up, picking up the trash when you don't want to do it, but you gotta do it, and you don't force anyone else to do it, I think that's the biggest part in showing them, like, hey, you need to step up and tell them what you gotta do, run the extra mile, don't cheat your mile, don't cut 10 feet off of it, because it will affect you in your wrestling. You gotta do everything perfect no matter what, and if you're having a bad day, you still gotta push through and make it perfect no matter how bad it is or stuff like that. There's a lot of things that I've learned from my coach. He's taught me servant leadership, of course. You can't always be the best, but you have to strive for the best, be the best, because one day you will be on top. And it's either, if you don't work hard for it, then you're not gonna get anywhere. And he's taught me, like, it's not what the work you put inside the wrestling room, it's the work you put outside of the wrestling room. And if you put the work outside of a wrestling room, like no one sees what you're doing, that's what makes true champions. Because if you're not putting the work like outside of the room that you're already putting in, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're just gonna be average and not the best you wanna be. The biggest inspiration, I believe, is my father, because he lives in Rhode Island and he commutes back and forth to us, and he's been working really hard for a family like ours, and he's been working twice as hard as ever because he has to commute, and he's never missed a football home game for me, and he's never missed a wrestling tournament for me. And I respect that as a man and as a father for him, because he's always taught me, hey, the work ethic you put in will always have a good result. And also another inspiration is my mother, because my mom is probably, I can't swear, but she is the hardest, you know what, because she will be on my butt the whole time, no matter what. Like, she'll always be like, so what are you doing now and stuff. Like, if I do bad in school and stuff, she's like, what are you gonna do? Is that all you got and stuff? Like, she's always willing to push me and make me go the extra mile. In life, I would like to be a personal trainer or something to do with athletics, I believe, as my biggest thing I want to do. What I see myself after high school is wrestling college, and I don't know where yet, but I have a few offers, and I want to go to a college where it's going to help me with my degree and get me an education, because being a student athlete, student comes first and athletics second. But I believe having a good wrestling program and a good academic program is probably the best thing I'm looking for right now. And shout out to Max Patterson, my best friend, and Jared Lango is my wrestling partner, also my coach. My name is Brandon Dickman. I wrestle for Creekside High School, and I'm living in the game.
Hey Creekside, I'm Megan Bradley, and this is your Night Sports Recap. Last week, our girls weightlifting team competed in their district meet. Nikki Ness placed first, Grace Weigel and Christina Medina both placed second, and Margaret Gupton and Janae Wash both placed third. Congrats, girls. The girls' soccer team defeated Ponte Vedra on Tuesday night to celebrate the girls' senior night. The girls won by a score of 2-1 with a header to take the lead during the second half. The boys played the number 1 team in the state, the Fleming Island Eagles, and tied with them in a very impressive performance. Good luck to the boys and girls the rest of the week in their games. The competitive cheer team travels to Tampa tomorrow to compete in the FHSAA Regionals. We are looking to place in the top 2 in order to advance straight to finals at state.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another show of predictions from the NFL. It's been a while. We kind of had to cancel the show for a bit, but we are back with JT Wood and Gavin Hollabaugh. This week we're featuring the AFC and NFC championship between the Vikings and the Eagles, and the Jags and the Patriots. First off, let's start with the Vikings and the Eagles. Gavin, how do you think they'll do?
I really think the Vikings defense, number 1 rated by the numbers. I think the defense really pulled off. Defense wins championships. And also they're playing in Philadelphia, that'll be tough. So I don't know. This game could go either way, but I think the Vikings pull it out with another miracle.
I think so also. I don't think the Eagles defense can handle the Vikings offense. Adam Thielen, Case Keenum, it's a beast of an offense. So we'll see what that has to come on Sunday at 8?
640.
So it's going to be a good game. But Jacksonville and the Patriots, who would have thought Jacksonville would be in the top 4? But everyone's against the Jaguars right now, but I really think our defense can step up more than they did against the Steelers. And our offense is going to stay rolling. It's going to be really hard with it being in New England, but I think the Jags, practicing all this week, can really come together good and dominate on defense, shut down Tom Brady, and then come together on offense, put up some points. So I think Jacksonville will take this one, hopefully rooting for the home team here. So what do you think?
You know what? For the Jaguars to really win this game, I think the secondary really needs to step up. Not just Jalen Ramsey. You got Colvin, Gibson, all those guys out there need to step up. Even Telvin Smith in the coverage. You got a big job dealing with Gronk. He's just an animal out there, yeah. But I really think the Jaguars defense can pull it off this weekend.
There you got our opinions on the game. Now for the scores. I think it is going to be, the Vikings game is going to be a high-scoring game. Two deadly offenses with Eagles, RPOs, and then the Vikings receiver core. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I got Vikings 32-28. Close, but still up there in points. What do you think, Gavin?
You know what? I kind of agree with your score other than the point that I don't think the Eagles offense, with Nick Foles coming in, is really going to produce a lot. He hasn't really been doing that well, only 4 games in the Vikings defense, number 1 rated in the NFL. So I think they're going to hold him to a little less. I'm going to go with the score of 27-10. Vikings get the dub, head to the Super Bowl in their hometown.
Yep, now for the Duval. Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Pats. I got to pull for the home team. We've been through a lot, and I just think the defense is really going to come through this game and shut down Tom Brady, Damian Adola, Brandon Cooks, Gronk. They're all going to get shut down. Dion Lewis. They're all going to just get stomped by our defense, and then our offense is just going to put up decent amount of numbers. I got that game going 27-24. Tom Brady's still going to produce, but nothing crazy like he has done before. Gavin, what do you think about that game?
You know what? I think for this to be a good game for the Jaguars defense, Telvin Smith's really got to lock down Dion Lewis. Last game against Titans, he did really well. Blake Bortles cannot throw any interceptions or turn the ball over at all. Jaguars undefeated when Blake Bortles does not turn the ball over. So that's a good sign for the Jaguars. I got the score going. Jags' big game last week. I'm going 35-27, Jags.
You heard it here first, Creekside. JT and Gavin Hollaball reporting for Canaan.
Softball tryouts will be from Monday to Wednesday from 4 to 6:30. If you plan on trying out for the team, please make sure that you bring all necessary equipment and make sure that you are completely registered in registermyathlete.com. If you have any questions, see Coach Wimmer in room 655.
All right, Creekside, that's all we have for you this Friday. We want to see everyone out at the basketball game against Bartram.
Yeah, it's going to be a
Blackout.
We're supposed to be playing at Bartram this Friday, so their gym's under construction, like we said. So everyone come out and wear
Black.
Have a good one, Creekside.
See you, Creekside.